In this video, I'm going to show you the exact system that you need to make $130,000 with a creator education business, even with a small YouTube channel. And the reason I can teach you that is because I run the back end of a lot of creators' sales systems. So they make the videos, we sell their programs, and they make money and coach their students. And just a couple months ago, we generated 100,000, or we hit 100,000 a month with one of our creators. And this is the exact system that you need to replicate this exact same result with your YouTube channel, or your, as a creator, and start making money with info products. Super simple, like just a few steps system. And this is, as you can see it on the screen, it looks really, really, really simple. Now, first thing you need to know, you do not need a big YouTube channel in order to make a lot of money with this. And it's a super simple funnel of you make YouTube videos, you make content helping people, and then you sell a product on the back end that will help them more, that will help them get to their result. Whatever it is you teach, you can teach whatever you want. We have clients who teach manifestation. We have clients who teach AI automation in businesses. We have clients who teach community building. So you can really do whatever it is you want. I know of people doing knitting. I know of people teaching social confidence, people teaching crochet, calligraphy, whatever it is you want, and you can start making money with the same business model. So let's dive into it. So the way the funnel works is you post content, which helps people. Super, super simple. You simply just try to help people with your content by posting videos on YouTube. The reason YouTube is so good is because YouTube is long form, which builds trust. And you don't need to do super fancy, super high res, really well edited content. Keep it raw, just help people. Like I'm helping you in this video. If you're watching this video, then it means it's working to some extent. So builds trust, people get to know you, which means they then want to buy from you. So they know you, which means they want to buy from you. And it also is a really good vehicle for you to help people and grow your audience, because with short form content, you can only really help someone in a, you can only really help someone so much in a 45, 60-second clip. Whereas with YouTube content like this one, you can really paint a good picture of what it is you're trying to get across. Now, I will also say, alongside your YouTube content, which I would suggest as your main vehicle, because the creators that we have that have their audiences on YouTube make a lot more money. It's like, maybe you've seen those memes where it's like a TikTok audience is worth the least. Like on TikTok, you can have 1 million followers and it's worth nothing. I've seen people trying to monetize a product with $1 million follower TikTok following, and they struggle. Whereas on YouTube, even with an audience of 1K, 2K, 3K, I have a friend of mine who has a YouTube following of 5K and he's making 100K a month teaching agency owners how to scale. Like, you don't need a big YouTube audience, believe me. You need a niche YouTube audience of people who care about the problem that you're trying to solve. So, content is step one. And you start posting content to get people into your funnel. So you want to get people, if you draw a funnel here, like this. I've absolutely butchered that, but this is a funnel. This gets people into your funnel, which means it gets people into your ecosystem. It gets people learning about you. Instagram can do the same thing, and you'll see how Instagram fits into this funnel as well. So right now we've got YouTube content going, and the question is, well, what do you do, Gio? People are watching my videos. How the hell do I sell them a product? Well, this is where this comes in. This is what's called a VSL funnel. VSL stands for video sales letter. So this is a VSL funnel. So you have a video sales letter, which is effectively just a video going through your product, how you can help them, the pains of your customers, and what you can offer for them. So that's the VSL funnel that you want to build. Now this is quite tricky. It's usually going to be a 10 to 20 minute video that goes quite in depth. You want to give them a bit of value, but you also want to structure it in a way that gets them to book a call. So I'm going to make other trainings on this in the future, but if you want someone to help you just put the system into your business, just book a call with me below and I'll see if I can help you, and I can give you, one-to-one advice on how you can implement this into your education business or into your coaching business. Or if it's a right fit, we might even run the whole thing for you and do it for you. But again, if you want to find out more, just book a call with me below in the top link of the description. So this is the VSL funnel. You have a headline up here. You have the VSL right here. You have a button to get them to book a call. And then here is social proof. So what social proof is testimonials. Essentially showing that what you do works. If you've gotten good results for your clients, then that means that it works, which means other people will want to buy it. So you want to stack your page with as much social proof as you physically can. And maybe I'll try and throw up a picture on the screen of what we do for clients. But if not, basically the principle you want to get across is just proof over promise. Proof over promise, which basically means people respond to proof a lot more than they respond to a promise. For example, if I tell you, I promise you I can help you lose weight in 6 weeks, that is much less valuable or much less convincing and persuasive, because that's what sales is, it's just persuasion. That's a lot less persuasive than saying, hey, I've helped 100 people, which you can see right over there. I've got this group of people right here that I've helped them lose between 20 and 100 pounds in the last year. I can do the same for you. I have a 90% success rate with my clients. Do you want help? That's a lot more persuasive than just saying, I can help you lose weight. So, how do you separate yourself from being a random Joe Schmo trying to make a promise and trying to make money out of your audience from someone who actually has a good promise? Well, that's with proof. So you want to stack your page with proof here. And the goal of this page is right here, to get people to book a call, to book a sales call. Then on the sales call, when you get people in, a lot of things you can do. What we want to do is effectively get money out of them in exchange for the opportunity to coach them. Now, a lot of sales tactics, and I'm going to make sales trainings in the future on this channel, but effectively, some principles that you want to take into account are this. When you're running an effective sales call, and I've taken potentially close to 1,000 sales calls in my day. So there's a few principles you want to do. You want to identify a pain. And again, I will say, sales is a whole art in itself. So if you do want help doing this correctly, and if you don't do it right, it can be quite hard. You're going to lose a lot of leads. You're going to get on calls people aren't going to buy. If you do want help and you do want to just have it done right, you can book a call with me below and we can see if we can help. But if not, this will get you through the way right now. So identify a pain. Why are they on the call? What do they want help with? Now, this is number one. Number two is dig into the pain. So you want to dive into what it is that people are feeling, what they're struggling with. Like, let's say someone comes onto the call with you and you teach social confidence and they just really struggle to talk to people, and so they struggle to talk to people and make connections. Then you want to dig into the pain. Why is that a bad thing? Like, why do you want to fix that at the moment? Oh, because I'm lonely and I'm depressed and I'm not productive because all I can think about is the fact that I have no one in my life and I'm going to die alone with 72 cats, right? Like, you want to dive into the pain as much as you can. And sometimes if you solve the right kind of problems, you'll get tears. And I always like to say that when they cry, they buy. Because people buy from people that they feel understood by, not people who give them a sexy sales pitch, okay? So always remember that you want to identify pain, then you want to dig into the pain, then you want to basically, I can go in depth, but I'll do that in a separate video. Just overarching theme is you then want to identify, you basically position yourself, or rather, identify the dream scenario the DS. And I do not mean the handheld gaming console. I mean dream scenario. So identify the dream scenario, which is basically what is the ideal. So again, if we're using the social confidence example, they want a network of friends, they want a fulfilling relationship, X, Y, and Z. So we've identified a pain, their low point. We've identified the dream scenario, their high point. Now we want to position ourselves as the way to get from here to here. So at that point we'll do a pitch, which again is an entirely different art in itself. And then we'll go for the close. And then they'll have some objections, which is basically they'll say, I need to think about it. They'll give you some objections before they make the sale because people get scared of separating themselves from their money. And then you sell them into your program, where you can now start to help them and stack some cash. And then what this means is ascension. Every good education business has an ascension plan, which means once they buy into your program, let's say they buy your coaching program for $3K, you can always upsell them into an ascension plan, either at the point of purchase. So you either tell them, look, you bought in, that's amazing, it's good to have you. We can do some crazy good stuff. Here are some bonuses. If you want this package, you can buy it for this, for X amount. Let's say they buy a package for 3K and then you upsell them into a mastermind. Maybe there's a live event with it for 10K. Now you've just 3x the value of that customer and you've increased the LTV, which is the lifetime value, which is so key to understand when you're running a education business, because a successful education business has a high LTV for each customer. So here we are. Sales call, we want to follow this process, collect the cash, have an ascension process that gets people from existing customers to making 2, 3, 4, 5x the amount of money than you otherwise would from them. So that is the main system. But the question is, Gio, what do you do when people watch your content, but maybe they land on the page, or maybe they don't go to the page? Let's say you have a lot of followers, but they just don't click the link because they don't check the description. Well, good question. If you just rely on your content to be the method for people to get into your funnel, well, guess what? You're going to lose a lot of people at the bottom where the money is, because you're expecting these people to go from here to here without ever leaving the funnel, which is not realistic. They are going to leave the funnel. They are going to get lost, and they're going to stop watching your videos, or they're not going to click on your link, or whatever it is. So what's the solution? The solution is retargeting ads. Retargeting ads are effectively ads that are shown only to your audience. So retargeting. So people have been targeted by your videos, they've entered your ecosystem, and now they are retargeted. Real bad man. Retargeted. So you want to position them again with Google ads and Meta ads. If we're getting the majority of our traffic from YouTube, then we're going to want to do Google ads. We're going to retarget people. We're going to film a really quick video saying, hey guys, I filmed a quick training to show you how to, and then you just position your offer. Click this link, and then this ad will take them to this video where you have the VSL. Meta ads, instead of targeting people who watch the YouTube, you will set up a pixel on here, and then you will retarget people who come on this page, but let's say they click off, let's say they don't book a call, you'll get them on Meta as well. So basically the goal is to get eyeballs through YouTube, and then once they start watching your videos, hammer them with retargeting ads, like just absolutely violate them with retargeting ads until they book a call and until they buy. And anytime someone enters this system and then clicks on this page but doesn't go here, they will just get put back into this flywheel of retargeting and watching the videos. So that's the funnel to we used to generate 130K per month for one of my clients called Elmer Locker Jr. in his manifestation coaching business, manifestation and mindset coaching. And the economics behind it are, think about it this way. If you sell a 5K product, in order to make 130K, you need to make, give or take, 25 sales? Oops. That's not that hard. Which is also why you need to, you need to sell high ticket. High ticket products are much better than MRR for monetizing at scale. There's not many people selling MRR, monthly recurring revenue, low ticket, like $20, $30 products, and making a lot of money. But believe me, there's a lot of coaching businesses out there, and this is the most reliable way to scale and monetize your audience is through high ticket. And really, you can only do low ticket when you have such a big audience. But even, put it this way, even if you make 2 sales a month, like let's say you get 1,000 people who watch your YouTube every month. That's not a lot of views. If you post a video every 2 days, that's not a lot of views. It's a couple hundred views a video. And you get 2 sales from that, you're making 10 grand a month. 10 grand a month with this system. And it's super cheap. These ads are super cheap. Everything is super simple. So, this is the overview of the system. If you want help applying it, book a call with me below. We can chat about your business, see where your business is at, see if I could help you. Then if I can, we can figure something out. If not, no worries. You'll get some advice. But other than that, I hope you found this video helpful. I linked another video about how I made 10.5K in a day. Go check that out. Maybe you might find that useful as well. And with that being said, subscribe, check out my YouTube videos, and we'll speak soon. Take care, and a bit.